going to make a 15-minute tomato and bean soup. It's so simple. So let's get started. So first I want to heat up a soup pot, and we are going to chop up 2 ribs of celery, 2 carrots, and 1 small to medium zucchini. This is going to be a very helpful soup, and it's so simple. So when you're getting home from work and you're just so tired, this is just so simple, and it does not take much time. I mean, I love making soup. All you do is just throw it in a pot. You can't get any simpler than that. I mean, come on. So I just want to chop up this, just thinly sliced, for the ribs of celery. And of course, I washed all these. I found my olive oil. So we just want to put a few tablespoons of olive oil in there. And we're just going to saute the vegetables. So here we go. We throw some celery in there. Hear that sizzle? That's perfect. And I'm going to peel and chop 2 carrots. We don't want all this dirty outside. We just got to get all that off. So you got to peel it up. And you can add whatever kinds of vegetables you want. You don't have to do like the kinds I do, but this is just like the basic stuff, you know. So you can add like some peppers if you want, or you can add some different kinds of beans. You don't have to do like the kinds of beans I'm going to do today, but just it's very versatile. So just whatever you feel and whatever you like, just put it in there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to taste good. So I mean, you can't go wrong with a tomato and bean soup. All the Italian flavors going on in there. It's going to be really good. Get all that off my plate, my cutting board, whatever it's called. So we just want to thinly slice these carrots, because if you don't thinly slice them, then they're not going to cook very evenly, and like the celery will be cooked before the carrots. You want it all to be even, so it'll be a quick soup, you know. You don't want to be waiting for like 2 hours for the vegetables to get soft, you know. So I just want to get those into little pieces and throw them in the pot. Always loved just making soups for school, you know, like the night before I always just whip up a soup, you know, because I've gotten tired of making plain old sandwiches, you know. So soups are they're just perfect for like, and they're easy and simple, and just like always people at school are like, what do you have today, you know, like, because I always have a different kind of soup. So you know, it's always a mystery to everyone, but I think they're kind of jealous. But you know, these are so simple, and they could do this, you know. Like, people think cooking is so hard, but you know, it's not that hard. You know, you just chop up things, and like, I mean, you don't have to go all gourmet or anything, but you know, like making soup, this is so simple. You know, just chopping up vegetables, throwing it in a pot, letting it simmer. Pretty simple. I can just smell those vegetables getting all soft and aromatic. So yummy. I'm almost done cutting these carrots. So next I'm going to chop up one onion, small to medium onion, and we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to chop up some garlic. Ooh, it's going to be so Cut in the middle, get all this paper off. You don't want to eat paper. You don't want to have paper in your soup. I mean, that wouldn't taste too good. Let's see, let's put that in the garbage bowl. I have a garbage bowl, you know, this is really easy, so you don't have to go to the trash can every time, you know, because when you're cooking with lots of vegetables, you're gonna have a lot of trash because you can't eat the whole, you're not gonna eat this, you know, so it's very handy. I would, you don't have to go and invest in like an expensive bowl or anything. This is a cheap, just plastic thing, you know, so just whatever you have in the house. It's really good. So we just want to chop this, roughly chop, you know, you don't have to get it too small. And when we get back, we will have, I will be putting in the garlic and the zucchini. So I'll see you in a few minutes. To cooking with Francis, I already put 3 garlic cloves chopped pretty finely into here, and I'm just stirring it up a little bit. And it's smelling really good, like all those vegetables combining, just so aromatic. Okay, so we're just gonna like chop up this a little bit and get that into the pot. Put that into there. Smelling amazing. Okay, let me just finish this up, and then I'm going to put in half or a fourth a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, depending on how hot you want it. You know, I don't like things too hot, but I like a little bit of zing, you know, just to know that it's there, you know. So we're going to put that in after we finish chopping this zucchini up. And we're just going to saute that for 10 minutes, you know, until it's soft. You don't want hard veggies, you know. You want it not caramelized, but pretty soft, you know. So I'm going to put this in here. Just finish this part. Loved zucchini. Like, you can do anything with it. You can eat it raw. I mean, like, it doesn't have a really strong flavor when it's raw, but you know, it's just, you can do a lot with it. You know, you can stuff it, you can put it in soups, you can, you know, just do whatever. Serve it with some dip, you know, just eat it, you know, on game day or whatever. I love it. So now we're just going to put in about a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Pretty strong, so go a little bit, just to put a little bit in there. Okay, and just let that saute a little bit, and when we come back, I will put in some tomato sauce, some beans, and it's pretty much the rest of the ingredients, and I'm just going to simmer that until it's soft, and everything's soft, and the soup is thickened up a little bit. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Hi, welcome back. So the vegetables have softened, so now we're just going to add all the wet components of this soup. So we're going to add about 2 cups of chicken stock. So this is about 1 1/2. You can add a little bit. I'm going to add a little water, you know. It's just whatever your preference is. So we're just going to add that. And we're going to add some cut green beans. They're frozen. You can find them in the frozen aisle of the grocery store. So I'm going to finish this bag up, and I'm going to add a little bit more. And I like frozen green beans and frozen vegetables because they pick the vegetables and all these, and fruits too, you know, at the peak of their ripeness, you know, so they actually have a lot more nutrients. So I'm going to add a little bit more. There we go. Now I want to add some cannellini beans. Or any kind of small bean you want, you know, navy to drain it. You know, you don't want all that extra salty stuff that's the beans are sitting in. So we just want to drain this and add this to the soup. Get all that stuff out and add it in there. It's gonna be so good, and it's just so hearty, you know? I mean, like, just eat a whole bowl of this and you'll be full, you know? You don't have to have meat all the time, every night, you know? Pick one day out of the week to have a meatless meal, you know? That's kind of becoming popular. So now we want to add a can of diced tomatoes, 15-ounce can. And throw this into the pot. We want to add some tomato sauce. This is 8 ounces, but 15 ounces are preferred, so I'm going to add this leftover marinara. You know, I don't like wasting things, you know, I mean, unless it's going bad, but I use whatever I can. So, I mean, you can use marinara sauce and yours, whatever you want, you know. I mean, tomato sauce and marinara sauce are pretty much the same. So we want to add this, and we want to add this tomato sauce, marinara sauce, whatever it's called. And we just want to simmer this for however much time you want, you know. We just want it to get all soft and all the flavors to kind of marry together, you know. And this soup will be probably a lot better, you know, on the second day, you know, just because all the flavors are combining and stuff. But don't worry, it's going to be good tonight. So we just want to simmer it for like just however long you want, you know, just bring it up to a kind of a low, slow boil, and then just simmer it. Reduce the heat and simmer it. So when we come back, I will put the finishing touches onto the soup. Covered the soup, and it's just been simmering away for just a long time, probably for about 30 minutes, you know. You can do how much you want. I mean, do a little bit more than like 10 minutes, you know, because you want the green beans to thaw out and kind of cook, you know. So I'm just going to tear about a cup of fresh basil. And I'm growing basil in my garden, and it's just such a forgiving plant. It just grows. There's just so much, and it's just amazing. It's just minty. Oh, I just get so happy when I smell basil, you know. So I'm just going to tear this in here. Whoa, on my arm. I'm just going to tear. You can chop it, whatever you want to do. Maybe chopping would be faster, you know, but I'm going the slow way. Yeah, let's chop it. How about? That'll be probably faster. Save time. So, and I got out some Pecorino Romano. You can get Parmesan. Pecorino is a little bit stronger, and I think that would go well with all the flavors in here, and it would give that kind of that nutty flavor, you know, that we need. So I'm just going to chop this up, and I'm going to turn off this soup once I get this basil in. And this basil will wilt in there, and this basil. Hey y'all, welcome back. I just finished putting in the fresh basil. I put in 1 cup of torn basil, or you can chop it, and just stir that into the soup, and it will just mix all together, and just turn off the heat so it'll wilt and not get all soggy and all that. And just grate some Pecorino Romano cheese or Parmesan cheese over that, and there you go. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.